Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6 of Witch Hat Atelier. Well, not welcome back, but welcome back to Witch Hat Atelier. Today we're on episode 6. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. We're about halfway done. We're about to be halfway done, I guess, once we finish this. So just like a quick recap, I guess, we got to see a dragon last time. That was pretty cool. I like dragons. I know I made a huge deal about it. I think episode 5 or 4 or 5, I made a huge deal about it. One of the last 2 episodes I watched, where I was like, that is what I expected to see when Coco originally performed the spell in episode 1. Like, that is what I thought I was going to see, was a giant dragon. So I'm glad we finally got to see one, and I'm glad that I called it. That's what's even cooler, is I called it episode 1. Even though I didn't really call it, because I didn't say that there would be a dragon. I was just like, oh man, I bet you that is a dragon. And then it turned out to not be a dragon. But we still got a dragon. Are you confused yet? Because I'm confused. The only other thing I could think of that's like really worth noting from last time was the Qifrey spell. Or like the Qifrey just his aura last time was insane. Like, the dude split the clouds like Moses. Bro created the dragon. If you guys have ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, he created the Crimson Dragon, I think is what it's called. Qifrey literally created the Crimson Dragon in the sky. Like, dude created a dragon 10 times the size of the dragon that they were fighting, and it was just... Dude, I knew Qifrey had power. I knew that he wasn't just this soft-spoken, beautiful... man. Yeah, the Qifrey stuff was insane though, man. I had so much fun with that. Like, I was super tired when I watched last episode because it was getting like really late. I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning at that point, which you guys know if you've watched these videos. You know I record these super late because I do other stuff during the day. But yeah, it was amazing, dude. That was such a crazy moment, right? Or just a crazy scene there with Qifrey. But other than that, we learned a little bit about Coco's lore. She has some type of like connection with the brimmed caps or something. Oh, also, I don't want to date this video, but did you guys see that Iron Mouse did that, like that thing with Witch Hat Atelier? She did that collaboration or whatever. I guess that's cool. Yeah. I wonder if apparently she's never watched it though. I think she did that. She watched episode 1 on her stream or something, like as a watch along. And it was like, she had like a whole model made. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I need more money, because like I need to do more creative stuff like that. I would love to make a model for like one stream only. That'd be great. I'm not even a VTuber. I just think it'd be cool to be able to do something for like one stream and then never use the thing that I make again. I don't like the idea of doing that, because I don't like I want to use everything I make, but I also, or like consistently, right? Like I want to know that I get a return from it, right? Not necessarily monetarily, but just I want to do enough with that thing I create that I think it'd be cool. But that's just wild to me. Like, she made a model just for like one specific stream, which is wild. That had to cost so much money. Like, not wild in a bad way, just like that had to cost a lot of money. Because I mean they're what, like thousands of dollars to get them rigged and modeled and everything. I don't know. I've done some 3D like animation and modeling, so I have some idea of the time and effort that goes into it. I've never done rigging. I know a little bit about animation because I used to make games and some other stuff in animation. Nowadays, I just use Mixamo. Honestly, none of this matters. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining the video today. I appreciate all of you. And for those of you who are still here, thank you for not clicking off in the 5 minutes that I have spent here yapping about nonsensical bull crap. Let's just get started with the episode. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day, obviously. If you want to see the uncut version of this, as well as my Fearin' series, Witch Hat Atelier, anything I do in the future, head over to Patreon. It's all uncut, completely, like no copyrighted stuff is going on, right? I can share it freely because I still yap over there. There's some extra yapping over there. Okay, anyways, let's get started with the video. That's about everything. I don't know, dude. There's a lot that happened last time. I don't need to go too much more into it. This is a great intro. Heck yeah, dude. I'm gonna hit them big numbers in subscribers, aren't I? The more I yap, the more subscribers I get. Or it's probably the other way around. The more I yap, the more people click off the video. Yeah, probably. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. Oh, yeah, and also all the stuff with Agott. We can't forget about the Agott situation, her yelling at Coco, and we have not had a resolution to that yet. I do think there's still gonna be some not great feelings there between them. I think there's gonna be some tension there, but we'll see. I mean, obviously, Agott should apologize, I think. And I think that Tetia, she did have a little... I think she looked at Coco in a way that was a bit Riche, I think, doesn't really give a crap. I think she's just kind of in her own world doing her own thing. But it's like, it's crazy to me that Agott, being so smart, like as smart as she is, she doesn't put herself in Coco's shoes. Like, that's crazy to me. I know they're like kids, and kids can be mean, right? They don't have like the same emotional maturity as the rest of us. But I say like the rest of us, like they're a different species. I mean, like us as adults. I don't know, dude. Sorry, I didn't mean to alienate the kids in my audience. I apologize. What I was saying is that maybe they just can't see eye to eye for some reason, but it could just be that, right? I think that Agott just doesn't have a filter, but at the same time, it's weird her being as smart as she is not putting herself in the shoes of Coco. That's all I'm saying. We'll see, though, obviously. We're going to see, hopefully, soon-ish, like, what is going on. Oh my god. Bro, she yawned, Agott. She yawned. Seriously. Also, am I crazy, or does this look slightly animated differently? I mean, it's obviously still bug films, right? But maybe, you know what? Ignore me. It just looks slightly different for some reason. By the way, did Agott ever get her a new pair of shoes? Because remember, her shoes got messed up when Coco took the test, and that's one of the reasons they went to the town. Did Agott ever get her new shoes? I didn't really see them. It looks like she's still wearing her little socks things, and I don't see any shoes next to her little sitting area, so. You know what? And honestly, I was thinking about this just now. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Agott because the way that she said all that to Coco, it could be, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it could be like a self-reflection kind of situation where she acts the way she is because she has her own like internal demons or her own skeletons, right, as some would say. Maybe she's dealt with similar things. Maybe Agott did the same thing Coco did in a certain way, or maybe she lost her mom somehow or whatever, speaking to Coco, but really it's one of those things where she's maybe like speaking to herself in a way, right? So I see it from that perspective. We don't know enough about Agott's background, so maybe I am being too harsh on her, but at the same time, I don't know enough about her. I'm just giving my opinion based on, I guess, the surface of what we've seen, So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So she could be going through some stuff. I don't know what her trauma is. What is that? That's cool. That's the first time we've seen a light spell, right? I mean, we've seen them before, like with the lamps and stuff, but that's the first time I think we've seen one that they've drawn in their little notebooks, I think. Agott, I think a storm is approaching. Am I crazy? Did I see storm clouds? Oh, yes. Large storm is approaching. All right. Well, good luck with that. Oh, I wonder if her pin that she could she just use like one similar to what she's used to with her mom? Like, could she make like a seamstress pin? I know that sounds dumb, but it would make sense, right? Just the way she holds it. Maybe she has to make her own pin. Oh, that could be what's gonna happen. Because they never got her a pin in the Con, or whatever the place is. It says it right there. I don't remember how they pronounced it. What if she makes her own pin? That could be pretty cool. I assume she's going to find a way to turn the pigment stone into a pin, though, right? That'd be my guess. She's going to find a way. Bro, he snuck up on her like he was a ninja. My guy is quiet as a mouse. I like Qifrey. I want to learn so much more about him. Like, we know that he has skeletons because of what happened at the castle. We know, well, I say castle, I can't remember the name of it. It's like the place where he ran into the very beautiful lady. And she was like, oh yeah, the elders don't like you or whatever. I need to, like, rewatch my episode 1 and 2 videos because I need to remember, like, specifics. And it's been a while, so I do need to catch up on the specifics. So if I mess up anything there, I'm sorry. But I still remember, like, the general idea. I've said that before. You guys don't care. But yes, I understand the general idea. I just don't remember specifics sometimes. Oh, yeah. Qifrey. So, dude has some skeletons in his closet. There's definitely a lot of stuff there. I think he's got some trauma. I think he's definitely went through some stuff. He's got an incredibly high power to him. He's got a great aura to him. Like, he's got something there. Like, there's a lot there with him. There's a lot there. It's just crazy to think about that. About how much there is with Qifrey that we don't know, but like how much we've already learned just proves like how incredible he is. You know what I mean? I will say this. At first I thought that was going to be Agott. I thought they were going to have a sweet moment where Coco falls asleep on Agott. She just lets her sleep there. That would have been a nice little thingy there, but whatever. Whatever, man. I'm cool with this too, Oh, okay. So the Tower of Tombs, I'm guessing, is that big tower across the water with the giant creature that they saw through the window, right? Can I say one thing though that is very like weird about this? So I have a feeling that Qifrey can get to the Tower of Tombs, or he can get to that tower. He can bypass the the sea creature. Why doesn't he just bring Coco there? I get that she has to bypass it. I know there's rules, but why can't he have like an exception and bring her there so that way he can move forward with his like special task given by the congregation of witches or whatever? Like, why can't he bypass the rules for that specific rule that allows Coco to find the book that she got? You know, I feel like it's a lot to go through just for him to progress his secret tasks. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he should have an exception here, but whatever, dude. That's just my opinion. I get why. Like, obviously you don't want someone, an unauthorized individual there who doesn't have the power to get there. I get it, dude. I realize that. Like, I'm all for it. Like, I like the struggle. I like that Coco has to put in the work. I just feel like his investigation could move along a lot faster if he could get that, you know, if he could do that or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I forgot. Qifrey is our boy's a chef. Oh, bro, look at her. Wait, look at this. Look how happy she is. Wait, here we go, bro. She does the little happy stew dance, and then Qifrey's like, "It's 2 years old. Look at this." Bro, she immediately 180s. You said what? Bro, she pulled an Anya, dude. That's kind of cool, though. Like, you can continuously keep your food permanently fresh by that. That's kind of cool. I'm surprised that doesn't break the rules in some way. If he made stew, that means in this world they hunt animals. Well, I guess it doesn't necessarily have... Did it have... I saw a picture of it. Did it have... Yeah, it's got meat in there. I see some meat, I think. Maybe not. It might be vegetable stew. Let's go, Coco. She can finally show off her, the spell she learned while they were hunting the dragon. Let's go, dude. I'm so proud of Coco, man. She's come so far. Like, in such a short... she did not... She did burn Coco. Are you... She just dropped it on there. What did she expect to happen here? I mean, yes, obviously the fire needs the wind, right? Qifrey did a good job of saying the lines need to be longer. Sure. That's my point, though. It probably didn't have a strong enough wind to both light the fire and maintain, like, enough force against something above the fire, is what I'm trying to say, basically. Qifrey said it a lot more intelligenter than I. It's just funny that she just dropped down there, though. I do like the magic system, though. I've said this before, but the magic system is really cool. Like, it's so simplistic, but it's also incredibly complex. Like, the length of the line, the size of the sigil, the size of the circle, the arrows, the different sigil, like, every little thing within the actual drawing matters. It is so simple. Like, it's such a simple idea. It's just drawing. You're just drawing things. But it's so complex. It's so cool. It's very cool. Alright, I find it cool. You guys find it cool? Yay! Good job, Coco! She got a little yam fire, dude. Why is she poking it with... No, that works. Yay! Little Qifrey clap, dude. That'd be a cute emote. This is a little Qifrey when he was a kid. He doesn't have the same uniform as the apprentices do, so... Could just be times changing, just over time the uniform's changing, but I feel like it's possible that maybe he wasn't a traditional apprentice, maybe? I don't know. But I'm just noticing this is a little Qifrey, so there's probably something here to pick apart his childhood and learn a little bit more about his lore, which would make me happy. Also, I read that wrong. I thought he said he was a bad swimmer. When I read that the first time, I thought that said he was a bed swimmer, and I was thinking that he peed the bed. It happens to the best of us, all right? Qifrey, I would never say that. That's a good quote. That is true. That's pretty much I think that's a pretty common thing, right? Like, if there's something you want to do, you got to integrate it into your everyday life. It's a pretty common piece of advice, right? Like, if you want to, say, lose weight, I mean, you need to exercise every day. You want to be a YouTuber, I don't know, make anime videos every day. I don't even make these videos every day. I want to start, though, man. I wish I had more time. I can only do this, like, so many nights, though, in a row, because I can't lose too much sleep, because I got to get at least a little bit, dude, you know? The more you integrate it into your life, the more it becomes a part of your daily routine. The more you do it, the better you get at it, too. So, I mean, it's like a win-win. I mean, that's valid. I mean, obviously, so here's the thing about it, though. If you do the same thing every single day, you do kind of get better at it, but usually slower. But it is still good to do every day because you still maintain that routine. Like for the first, like, let's say a few weeks or a few months or a few X amount of time, do the same thing every day until you get used to it. Usually I recommend like 30 days. Like spend 30 days doing the same thing. Like say exercising for like 30 days, do the same exercises. Like do the same amount of squats, the same amount of push-ups, the same amount of whatever. And then after that 30 days, after your body is used to those movements or used to say like, let's say you want to become a programmer. If you guys don't know, I'm a software developer, so that's what I know how to do. This is not how I learned, by the way. I got a little too obsessed when I was a teenager and spent too much time doing things I shouldn't have. I liked computers when I was a teenager, all right? The idea is spend 30 days like learning a language, just writing the basic stuff over and over and over again. Like don't do anything fancy. This could be learn Spanish, right? Practice the same like the same like sentences over and over again, the same vowels, the same phonetics, whatever, over and over and over again for like 30 days. Get yourself used to a routine and then start integrating like the more advanced stuff. For the first 30 days, do everything the same, and then on that 31st day or the first day of after the 30 days, add a little bit of weight to the squat. You know, start doing a new exercise, you know, and then start doing more advanced stuff as you continually go, but maintain that same baseline of the stuff you were doing before so you don't lose the understanding of how that stuff operates. You know what I mean? At least that's kind of a philosophy that I found that works for a lot of people. I feel a little hypocritical because I don't always follow that. Like if I'm doing something new, sometimes I'll do it for like a week or a few days and then I'll get like jump onto something new. Like I don't always spend the 30 days, but I do think that that is a valuable trait or a valuable thing to do if it's something you really want to get good at, is spend that first 30 days doing the basic stuff. It'll feel tedious, it'll feel monotonous, but it'll get you used to a routine. You'll get used to it, you know? I don't know if I should be the one giving advice, dude. My brain literally jumps to like 10 things every single day, right? Or like every few days I'm onto something different. I shouldn't be giving advice. I'm the guy who can give advice, but it's hard for me to like follow the advice sometimes, right? It depends on what it is, but sometimes that is true. I hope that made sense. I don't know. Life lessons, I guess. Dude, I need lore why Risha and the Brushbuddy are so close. I need lore on that. Because the Brushbuddy came back with Coco, right? So why is Risha so close with the Brushbuddy? I don't understand why it, like, attached to her, you know? Why did it imprint on Risha, you know? Why? Oh my god, that looks so good, dude. Yo, me and Risha the same, dude. I can't lie. Me and Risha's the same. That looks so good. Oh my god, me and Brushbuddy the same for real, dude. We're twinsies. Oh my god. I see the sparkle in those eyes. Bro, I'd eat that before it ever hit the table. My god. Nobody would get any of that. It'd be gone. Let's go, dude. She melted the cheese. Bro, look at this ultimate technique that she used. It was crazy. Also, I want to see this again, dude. Look at her. I like Risha. I think Risha is so far one of my favorites. Like, Coco's great. She's probably still my favorite in the Atelier, but I think Risha's, like, probably second. Not including Qifrey, obviously, in this, but out of the apprentices, I really like Risha. I think that she's just great, dude. She just vibes with everything. She doesn't cause any issues. She's just there. I've just always liked characters like hers who are just like there. who's just like whatever, dude. They're just like enjoying life. Let's go, dude. Coco's using her fireball spill. Technically hamburger, you know what, never mind, it doesn't matter. Oh god, that looks so good. I gotta say, dude, Witch Hat Atelier does a great job with the food animations. They're great. God, that'd be so cool. I love the rain, by the way. I love when it rains. The rain is my favorite weather. I know a lot of people hate the rain, but I love the rain personally. The more it rains, the better, in my opinion. That's pretty cool. Like, if I ever wanted to walk outside, just having a force field umbrella just sounds like such a cool thing to have. But yeah, like I was saying before, I love how they animate the food in this. It reminds me a little bit of, like, Ghibli. A little bit, right, obviously. I don't know, but it's very cool. It's not, I don't know if I'll say it's as good as Ghibli, but it is nice. Like, they do a good job. I don't know, it's just the way that food has been animated in those older, like, anime and those older movies and things. It was so good. It was so good. They just, like, put so much emphasis on the food. It was beautiful. But I will say this one does a great job. Witch Hat Atelier, you do a great job. Great job with the food animations. I love food animations. I loved the Freeran anime. Oh my god, little Brushbuddy's on Coco's shoulder now. Please tell me Brushbuddy reaches for the napkin. Oh my god, I love Brushbuddy, dude. Oh my god, why would you do that to me? Why would you show me little Brushbuddy? Why would you don't show me that? Make him go away. I don't want to see him, dude. Oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. If this Brushbuddy thing pops up one more time in this episode, I'm gonna go insane. But I do It has definitely imprinted on Risha, but it does seem to really like Coco. I haven't really seen it be around Agott or Tetia too much. Like, yeah, obviously it's here with Tetia, but it doesn't really like climb on her or like use her as a, I don't know, a travel companion, you know? I feel like it chooses between Coco and Risha, but I feel like Risha is its favorite for some reason. Which, I don't blame it. Risha seems cool, but if the Brushbuddy ever wants, like, I don't know, to, like, come over to, like, the side of me, I would love to have it, like, on my shoulder or something, you know? If it existed, I would 100% have a pet Brushbuddy. I would. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I would. Yeah, I think we got like so much stuff the last 2 episodes. I think this is gonna be more like feel good and things like that, you know? Nope, I take it back. Coco's going off by herself to get Agott. I don't know if the Brimcap's gonna show up and try to kidnap her again like they did in the castle sphere thing they were in. Remember the area they were in with the dragon? Maybe it might pop up on our way back to the Atelier. Might pop up and try to take her. I don't know, man. The alternative, if the Brimcap doesn't try to take her, or the Brimcaps don't try to take her here while she's running off alone, Agott could be doing something at the Atelier that she doesn't want anybody to see, and Coco's gonna walk in on her, and then they're gonna have like some type of like secret. That could also be a possibility. Or maybe something happened to Agott. Hello? We saw this guy in the intro. Also, Elira. Isn't Elira the woman that we met before? There's no way this is like Agott's dad or something, right? I only say that because they have the same hair color, and I have no other evidence to back that up other than the hair color, but wouldn't that be crazy? Because it's weird that he's here, right? Olruggio? God, I said that. I'm sorry. I can't say their pronunciation, so I'm just going to call him Olruggio. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, does he live there? Is he... Bro, is he Qifrey's master? Oh, or the Did he just grab Oh, he grabbed Coco. I was like, did he just grab Qifrey? No, it's even worse. He grabbed Coco. So a few things here. Olruggio is either Qifrey's master. He is either Qifrey's partner. I should probably give context for that one. Or I should probably, you know, explain what I mean by that. A possibility is that Qifrey and this guy, Olruggio, work together to do that special task that was set up for them. So it's very possible that he is helping Qifrey in his task to find out about the forbidden magic, or to find out about the Brimcaps, because we know that is a big thing that Qifrey's doing right now as a special task. However, where has this guy been? Question 1. Question 2, how has he not heard about Coco when pretty much everybody else has, or most people have, since, you know, rumors seem to spread very quickly? 3, is this guy related to Agott, and what is his relation to Agott? Why is he here? Does he live here? Is he a part of this Atelier? That's another question, right? Lots of things with this guy. I don't know anything about him. So, lots of questions still remaining, but I'm hoping we get more soon. Is he upset about Coco being here? That's another question. Because I can't tell if he's upset or if he's trying to kick her out or what. Okay, so he's not helping Qifrey do his research for the Brimcaps. Okay. But is he over Qifrey is the question. Is he higher than him? Like, is it... In the hierarchy of witches, is Olruggio technically higher? Does he have the authority to kick out Coco? Also, that's kind of a crappy thing to do for... Isn't she like 12? Bro's just gonna... It's literally raining. And bro's just gonna... Okay. I mean... Kind of a crappy thing to do. I don't think Qifrey's gonna... I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Qifrey's gonna let this happen. I don't know how serious this is gonna get or how extreme he's gonna go, but he's gonna do something. 100%. Did he just... That's kind of cool. That was kind of cool. That was sick. Bro stopped the rain. This is not me, I'm paused, but look, bro stopped the rain, and he controlled the... That was kind of sick. I can't lie, dude. I'm liking Qifrey. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but... I'm not a big fan of this guy. Not a great introduction for me with him, because he... I mean, I get where he's coming from to some extent, but he was a bit... He came on a little aggressive. Little bit aggressive for me, you know? He could have started with a nice... Hello, let's go inside out of the rain. Tell me your story, and I will decide ultimately if I will turn you in or not, you know? Could be one of those. A little bit quick to judge there, Olruggio, but I'll let it slide. You know, let's learn a little bit before I get too worked up. I'm gonna try not to make this another Fausch moment, okay? If you know, you know, okay? But I'm gonna try not to make this another Fausch moment, alright? Oh, okay. So he apologized. He did say an offensive term against her. He called her an outsider, which I take offense to because I'm not a witch, and apparently that's a word for people who aren't witches. So bro just offended me in every way. I feel offended, and I will be calling the manager. Yeah, he did apologize, so I feel better. Olruggio, I don't hate you. We are on better terms now. Still don't like you 100% because you jumped to conclusions, but we're better now. All right. Now we're at a baseline level again. I don't dislike you, but you are going to have to climb your way up for me from here, okay? Okay. That's what it's called. The Great Hall. I knew I could not. I knew it was. I told you I'd remember when they finally said it. But yes, the Great Hall is what it's called. Okay. That's the place where Qifrey went when he met the very pretty lady, Karen. Karn. No, I don't know, dude. We'll hear her name later. We met her one time, and they've said her name like twice, okay? So, she's very pretty. That's, okay. Okay. So apparently Olruggio is this thing called a Watchful Eye. Let me see this explanation one more time. So, unlike Colin and the Great Hall, so the city that we saw last time, and then obviously the Great Hall, so they keep us from covering up problems. Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. So basically, there's a witch there, a Watchful Eye. So there's like maybe like an unbiased witch, or a witch that is kind of like a police witch, right? That maintains order in the atelier to make sure they don't do anything too extreme, like covering up problems. Okay, no, I understand. So there's someone there who just makes sure that they don't basically do what they're doing now, pretty much, yes. So this guy is here to make sure the thing that they're doing right now, they don't do, yet they're doing it. And Qifrey pretty actively went against the thing that this guy's supposed to be doing. So technically Qifrey's in the wrong here if you think about it from a bureaucratic standpoint, I guess, or like a political standpoint or hierarchy. But Olruggio was kind of in the wrong as well because he didn't have the full context. This one's kind of like a moral versus bureaucratical discussion or something. Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't know who I side with. I kind of side with Qifrey on this, but I have the full context. That's the problem, right? Like, I know everything that happened with Coco's mom. I know that what happened with Qifrey visiting the town and, saving Coco, essentially. And basically, we know that, everything with Coco up to this point and how much she's already learned and yada, yada, yada. So, like, I have full context. This guy does not. So, I don't know, but I do probably side with Qifrey here because so far, she doesn't seem like a threat, right? Coco's definitely not a threat, I don't think, but I can definitely see a threat being associated with her because of the brimmed cap, so I get that aspect of it, but I do think I side with Qifrey ultimately. So there is a possibility that her mother can be restored, according to Qifrey. He could be lying, but possible. But the other thing is, Olruggio is here to keep a watchful eye, but Qifrey is doing... So maybe even Olruggio doesn't know about his secret work to uncover information about the brimmed caps, which is really interesting. So the only person who actually knows is Qifrey and Coco, because we don't know if any of the other apprentices know. We don't know. We now know Olruggio probably doesn't know. So just Qifrey and Coco, and even Coco doesn't have a full picture, but she knows something. She knows that there's some aspect of his like hidden work, because obviously he didn't erase her memory that night. So I want to know more about his undercover work. Like, who is actually hiring? Who is telling him to do this? Now, it could be the congregation or the the witches, the big witches, the big witches as they call them in my town. Yo, I love me a big witch. Okay. Sorry, this is probably offensive to somebody. Yeah, I'd be interested to see like who exactly wants him to do this undercover investigation, because we could say it's like the hierarchy and it's like the witches at the Great Hall are like the really important witches, but it's like it's kind of like I was gonna compare it to Naruto with like the Danzo like lore. There could be like one big witch is what I'm saying, like one really important witch that is like do this, but they're not being truthful with like all the other big witches, you know what I mean? Or important witches. I know what I'm trying to say. We'll see later. We'll see later, I'm sure. See, okay, Olruggio says it's not their job to investigate forbidden magic, so maybe Qifrey's doing this of his own accord. That is also possible, but I'm pretty sure I remember somewhere along the line that it was mentioned that Qifrey was, like, hired or tasked with doing this by someone important. I do feel like I remember hearing that. We also haven't had a chance to meet the Knights Moralis, which this guy keeps bringing up. I think they're like this world's police force. We may have met them briefly, but I don't think we've got like extensive information about them just yet. I don't know if any of you watched my last Witch Hat Atelier videos, but I was drinking a Fanta. I don't remember if I left that in the video. If you care, tonight I'm drinking a lemon lime Sprite. 100% natural flavors, no caffeine. It is a lemon lime soda, if you didn't know what a Sprite was. 24 grams of sugar is so much for these small little cans, dude. I gotta stop drinking these. It's not good. Like sugar, like the less sugar you have, the better, but it's like, ugh, God, it's so sweet. It's like a sweet nectar in my belly button. I'm sorry. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, it is what I'm thinking, Qifrey. Bro said, who are the Knights Moralis they keep talking about? That is what I'm thinking. Thank you. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing them. We saw them in the intro, and I think we've seen like little glimpses of their caps before. So yes, I do know who they are. Well, I don't know who they are, but I know, like I see them, and I recognize them. Okay, so they're basically just like moral guardians of magic. So they're exactly what I thought they're like a police force that control the availability of magic, right? So like if someone encounters forbidden magic or magic that shouldn't experience magic, they can erase your memory and, you know, enforce that upon you, as well as remove any other inclinations that you may have, like your love for magic, for instance. I don't know if inclination's the right word, but they'll remove your love for magic if you learn to love it. So they just seem like a bunch of Karens, don't they? Like a militant group of Karens. That's what it feels like. I don't know if that makes sense. Could you guys imagine a militant group of Karens? Oh my God. That'd be the most powerful force on earth. That'd be crazy. Anyways, I hope that never happens, but I feel like the reason why they're going into that and explaining that now is because it is going to come up later and there's going to be something with it. I don't know what, when, where, why, or who, but it may happen. Possibly. Like something may happen with them. So Qifrey said if they were to erase your memories of magic, talking to Coco, they'd have to erase his memories too. I think the reason why he says this is more of like a oh God, I know what I'm thinking of. It's that thing where they stand up and it's like, which one of you is this person, right? And then everybody stands up like, I'm this person, I'm this person, I'm this I can't remember where it's from. I know it was originally like a protest move or like a protest thing that people did. They're like, I'm that person, I'm that person. Like they all say they're the same person, right? As a way to not get in trouble for that person, but instead they take it collectively. It's kind of like a group over individual thing, right? Where there's groups that work together and take the entire brunt together instead of one person taking the brunt of that punishment. So it seems like that's kind of what he's doing here, basically saying if they erase her memory, then they would need to erase my memories as well. So it's kind of like they're a package deal in a way. I mean, I guess that's a good way to do it, right? Like it's smart to keep her out of trouble, but it's also really unfortunate and kind of sad to think about that he would have to go to that extreme to keep her safe in this world, you know? But I find that valuable. I think that he knows that she loves magic and I think that he wants to protect her and make sure that she is able to reach like the love that she reach the goals that she set, you know? And I think that he understands that she's not some evil force. She's just Coco, dude. She's just Coco. So I like that. I like that a lot. And I think that he sees that. So yeah, we stand in the same place with this. I'd probably do the same thing. I can't lie. I'm pretty cool. I got aura like that too, you know. Sheesh, dude. If I ran an Atelier, I'd probably do the same. What do you mean when he took the other apprentices, he finally settled down? What? Dude, I'm telling you, dude. What did Qifrey do before he ran an Atelier? Dude has definitely done some stuff. Like, he's got a history. I need to know. Yeah, it's cool, Olruggio. It's cool. We're cool. We're vibing. We're good. She learned the Pyreball spell, by the way, bro. You want to see it? You want to have some yam soup that she made? Love me some Qifrey, dude. Also, Tetia's hair is a vibe, dude. Yo, I found a translation issue. I did it. I found a translation issue. Get washed up before you catch cold. It's supposed to say catch a cold. Yeah, I caught that. Oh yeah, Agott. I forgot about her. What is she doing? Bro, Coco. Did her hair touch the ground? Her hair is clearly wet, so I'm assuming she just like took a bath. Yeah, there's also steam coming off her head, so she probably just took a shower. But look what she did. Her hair is literally on the ground. It touched the ground. Am I weird for that? Am I weird for this? But if when I take a shower, my hair, I can't, dude. I do have long hair, by the way. I know I don't show myself, but I do have long hair. I have hair longer than Coco's. And when I take a shower, dude, I cannot move my head for like 10 or 15 minutes, like in any direction, because I don't want my hair to touch anything. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I have like this weird thing about when my hair's wet, like if it touches a surface, I feel like it's just gonna get dirty again. But then like fast forward a few hours, and when it's dry, I just like, dude, I whip my hair back and forth, you know? So it's like the duality of me. I don't know, man. I don't like if when it's wet, it just feels like it's gonna get dirty easier. You know what? Maybe are you guys like that, or am I just weird? You know, I don't know. Oh my god, please tell me Brushbuddy is like in Olruggio's room and he's just like sleeping. That'd be great. I would love Brushbuddy to. Oh no, there he is. I was gonna say I would love for him to scare Olruggio. Oh, he is! I was kidding! Is Brushbuddy actually gonna go in there? Ooh, this might be a nice little moment between Coco and Olruggio. They may have a little talk. Because this way Qifrey won't get in the middle of it. Oh. He likes his privacy. I respect it. I don't like people to knock on my doors either. Okay, but just for Coco, but it says if she knocks, they'll be cursed, but in her mind, does she not think if she enters without permission at all, that won't be worse? Because I'm pretty sure that would be considered worse. But yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Oh, Brushbuddy was wet too. I didn't even notice. I saw it had some like water droplets on it, but I thought that might have been sweat from it running. So I guess Brushbuddy got a bath too. Oh my god, why didn't they show that, dude? They should have showed that scene. I would have loved to see Brushbuddy get a little bath. Oh my god, and it being so happy, being oh, that would have been in my mind all day. That would have made me so happy, dude. Oh, bless you. Oh, I was right though. Bro just doesn't want people in there, which, you know, respect. I'm the same. But oh, also his bed's like on the wall. That's kind of cool. I would love one of those. I'd be kind of scared of falling, but that would be pretty cool. It's like a hammock, but more stable. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty sure just coming in is worse than knocking Coco, but it's fine. Did he just throw Brushbuddy? Bro's a loser. I hate him. I hate him. He's the worst. I hope we're not having another Fausch situation, all right? I'm not going to crash out on this guy for just tossing a little worm. This is the first guy we've seen who has any facial hair, I think. He has a goatee. I don't think oh no, we saw, Noah, the guy from last episode? Yeah, he had a nice little beard, didn't he? But I think this is the first time we've seen someone with a goatee. That's kind of cool. Bro, you know how much money you could make with that Olruggio? Do you know how many people, like myself, hate dealing with showers? Not because of the shower itself or being clean, but because they hate the aftermath of a shower. I hate drying my hair. I hate drying myself. It is a nightmare, dude. It takes forever because, like, you can never get dry 100%. There's always, like, one area that's, like, a little too wet. And you're already dressed, and you're like, God dang it, dude. Like, my thigh is wet. Or, like, my ear is wet. Or, like, oh, man, my hair isn't fully dry, yet my towel is already in the waste bin. Not the waste bin. I don't throw my towels away. In the laundry bin, or whatever, you know? And it's like Olruggio, dude, you could be a billionaire, man. Or maybe you would just be, like, a $10 error, however much you charge for it, because I may be the only one that's like that. But I feel like it could make a killing, dude. That'd be some good money, in my opinion. You know what? I like him. All right, fine. I'm glad I didn't go off on him. I'm glad I didn't crash out. Olruggio's cool. He seems more like the tough love type, where he's a little bit different than Qifrey, where he's not just straight up, like, he's not just like this nice guy. He's not just straight up, like, helping them learn, because technically he's not their teacher. He's not their master, right? Qifrey is, so different relationship, but Olruggio doesn't seem like a bad guy. I think that he just comes off as a little bit, he's not as emotional, it seems, that's valid. I mean, it's similar to me, but I also don't throw worms around like that, you know? I don't agree with what he did with Coco grabbing her hand and throwing Brushbuddy around like it was a willy-nilly worm, but I'm completely fine so far with who he is, all right? I don't hate him. Oh, when she was like walking on the yeah, I remember that when she stepped on him when she first got the book. And then that was the thing where her mom was like, if they're still glowing when we get home, then you're a witch or something, right? Or like you can be a witch if they're still glowing when you got home. And then oh god, remember it was so sad because it like cut to her crying or her being sad like they did. I hate that cut. That still makes me so mad. But I do remember that. Yeah. Episode 1, I think. Bro created that. Yo, Coco, this is the guy that created the thing that made you love magic. I didn't know that. That is kind of interesting, though. It means that some spells are still being developed, or spells are still being developed in a way that are just new, right? Which we knew that because Tetia developed her cloud spell, or is currently developing it, improving it, things like that, trying to get it published. They're still being developed. So, like, you can technically, in this world, meet the creator of certain spells. It's just funny to think about how, like, you could literally meet the creator of a spell. Bro, she's in heaven right now. I don't blame her. I'm in heaven every time I see Brushbuddy too. I wonder why he created the spell. I mean, he could just be like the type where there's people who make stuff just to make stuff, just because it doesn't exist. But then there's also people who make stuff for a reason. Now, you could say, oh, everybody makes something for a reason. I can guarantee that that's not true. Everybody makes something, but it's not always for a reason. Some people make stuff just to make stuff just because maybe it doesn't exist. I just repeated myself. I'm sorry. But not everybody makes something. I mean, I guess technically the reason could be that it doesn't exist. But I mean, when I say reason, I mean like a personal reason. Like they don't, like for instance, this guy probably didn't make it because he wanted to step on the pavement. Maybe he was hired to make it for one festival or maybe he made it like for fun, and he was like, oh, I made this thing that glows, and then he's just like, I'll proof it, and then like if somebody uses it, cool. But it's like he didn't make it necessarily for a specific reason. You guys get what I'm saying? Am I confusing you? Because I'm confusing myself. Or maybe he made it because he thought people would like it, and now he's seeing that in real time. I don't know, man. It's cool that Coco likes it though. I hope he's proud of it. You're doing it again. You're just showing it from a different point of view. Stop doing this. Oh my god, stop. Go back. Oh, he didn't close his door all the way. Oh my god, dude, I'm telling you, he's very like off-puttish. He seems kind of like Agott a little bit, where he's like off-puttish. He seems like he has a very tough exterior, like he wants to be in private, but at the same time, he enjoys, he has a love for magic, and he enjoys, to some extent, the interactions that he has with them, and I think so. You know what? I think he's gonna have a slightly bigger part later. I think they're gonna become friends. I don't think he'll be like the master of any of the apprentices or anything. I don't even know if he has any of his own apprentices. But I don't know if he can actually. That's a good question. Can a Watchful Eye witch have their own apprentice? Maybe. But it's nice. You know, good for him. Oh, hi Agott. We haven't seen you this whole episode except for like 5 seconds. This is the second or third time we've seen this. Agott can't focus without it being silent for some reason. She has real issues focusing. Remember, she messed up the thing with the dragon when they were in the dragon's place because Coco touched her shoulder. Coco just making any noise whatsoever behind her just bothers her. She can't focus. Like any noise, it doesn't matter who it is or what it is. She just cannot focus when there is a noise. I think she just tries too hard, honestly. Oh my god, Agott's gonna try to help, isn't she? That's another thing, too. I feel like if Agott does something like this, if she does something to help somebody, I feel like she's gonna do it to prove her worth instead of doing it for the sake of helping somebody. I do feel like that. I understand where that mindset comes from, where you want to prove yourself, but it's like, and if you're doing a good thing, maybe it doesn't matter how you feel, and maybe that's just up to, like, personal opinion. But I feel like there has to be some line where, what if you get no benefit from helping that person? Are you just going to turn them down? Like, what if it's not worth your time, but, like, are you still going to help them? I guess that's kind of where it differentiates, right? Like, if you're a good person or if you're doing it just to prove your worth. I feel like Agott could potentially switch up at some point, but I feel like for now, at this point in time in her career or her, like, learning journey, she would do it more so to prove her worth and not just to be a good person, right? So, we'll see. Again, I keep saying we'll see, but yeah. Is he going to take her with him? I wonder what Qifrey's going to do. I guess we'll see next time on the next episode of Dragon. So, yeah, that was a good episode. Nothing super crazy happened. We met Olruggio. He was sick. I didn't like his introduction too much, but he grew on me, alright? He shouldn't have thrown Brushbuddy, but I liked him, alright? He has a soft side. He's a softie. Agott, I think, I don't know, man. I like Agott quite a bit. Like, I think that she's cool, and I think that she really wants to do something great. And I think that's why she works so hard, is because she wants to be great. She wants to be useful. I don't know what her backstory is, but she absolutely wants to be something important, someone important. But I think that she's going about it in a way that doesn't necessarily give off the best, I don't know, the best personality. I don't know how to word it, but I just think that she could do what she's doing now while still being better, you know? And I don't believe that you have to be like the nicest person ever. You don't have to be socially acceptable. That's not what I mean. But I do think that there's a line where Agott could be more accepting of those around her a little bit, you know? I feel like she's just stuck in her own bubble and she doesn't really understand the people around her. She doesn't want to understand them. She just wants to maintain her own identity and not understand other people's identities or something. I don't know, dude. Whatever. I'm bad at this. That's it though. Fun episode. Olruggio was cool. We learned a little bit about Qifrey and his like lore of like water magic being where he learned that was the first spell he mastered, or the first element that he mastered. Teddy and Risha were kind of just background characters. Nothing crazy happened with them this episode, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, we kind of just learned a couple little things here and there. I don't think we learned anything else like super crazy. Oh yeah, Coco improved her spells a bit. It seems like the first like spell element she's gonna master is probably gonna be fire, it seems, because she was able to do the pyre ball, so I assume that's kind of going to be her direction. Kind of like how Qifrey mastered water, she's probably going to master fire as the first like spell, or the first element. So yeah, she made lunch for everybody too, which looked really good. Kind of makes me hungry. I don't want to lie to you guys. It kind of makes me hungry. I didn't eat much today. Kind of makes me hungry. We're not going to talk about that though. Sorry, I didn't give you guys a good screenshot either. I'm done talking, but sorry for the not the good screenshot. I appreciate you guys as always, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you are new here, subscribe, because I'm watching Witch Hat Atelier, and I have my free run series, so that's pretty sick. I will be starting more series soon as well. I have other things I want to do. Just taking time, but yeah, subscribe. See what I do in the future, or if you just want something to watch while you eat, because that's usually what I watch YouTube for most of the time, is while I eat, or just for fun. Sometimes I watch videos just for fun. I do that quite a bit, actually. But yeah, that's it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much, and I will see you all in the next one.